What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to Gearbox. So today is going to be a pretty chill day, just kind of have some, let's call them housekeeping things we need to get done. I want to start off by saying I apologize for how absolutely ridiculous this garage looks right now. Part of today is going to be dedicated to cleaning it up. The first thing I want to do is really just kind of list these wheels and tires for sale. Facebook Marketplace, just take some pictures, whatever. Obviously they're in good shape, have a lot of tread on them, whatever. The second thing I want to do is actually go ahead and remove this freaking dealer sticker. For whatever reason, I've been putting that off for the longest time and need to do that. So figured you can see how ugly of a day it is outside. Just going to use today to kind of tighten some things up. And last but not least, in the WRX, my tank has been slowly but surely leaking again. I think what happened was I pulled the bleeder valve on the tank, especially in the winter time where there's a lot of condensation buildup. I'll pull that every once in a while just to get all the water at the very bottom of the tank out. Obviously, I am running a water trap, as all of you should be doing if you are running an air suspension setup. But I just want to confirm that that's where the leak is coming from and go ahead and fix it. So we have our soapy water right here to do that. But really, we are going to get right into it. So what I'm going to do first, I'm actually going to probably work on the WRX first, set you guys up, see what we figure out there. From there, we'll take off the dealer sticker and then get pictures of the wheels, and then I'll probably go ahead and just vacuum detail the inside of both the WRX and the F150. Since we're out here and it's an ugly day, figured I'd take you all along for the ride, so let's get right to it. If you guys have not seen my previous videos on kind of troubleshooting some air leaks within a air suspension setup, this will be a quick little reminder. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, really soapy water is going to be your best friend. So this is the bleeder valve I was talking about earlier. Really I've got the water trap up there, and we can, you see some condensation coming out there. But I always pull this every once in a while because condensation will sit at the bottom of the tank, and I suspect that is where the leak is coming from. So let me go ahead and make sure. Let's go ahead, give her a little spray there. And what you're looking for, if you can see it, is you're trying to look for more bubbles kind of coming up. I know that's really not a great explanation, but if it is leaking, you will see bubbles continue to, I guess, grow, for lack of a better term. So I'm going to go ahead and set you guys up and look for that leak, and then we'll kind of get back to you. I know this is an awful way of explaining it, but it is what it is. I think because I pulled this valve a couple days ago, it just didn't set back all the way. So like I said, I'm going to set you guys up, continue spraying, and we'll get back to you after that. We got everything squared away with the air system. It was that bleeder valve. I apologize for the horrible camera angle in doing that. It's just such a weird location for that valve. But either way, we sprayed it down with the soapy water. As we were back here as well, just went ahead and sprayed kind of everything else just to make sure that everything kind of checks out, and it does. When you're dealing with a air suspension setup like this, or really, this can apply to really anything, but especially when you're dealing with something that if it doesn't work, you're kind of bricked. I like to make sure I go through some fairly regular maintenance and just double check, and I was kind of getting due to that time anyway. So went ahead, did that, everything checks out a-okay. One thing I did also remember that I need to do is actually clean my Cobb air filter. So I'm going to just set up some B-roll as we're doing that. If you have any questions on that process and what all it entails, I have a video probably a couple years ago going over that, but I'm going to go ahead, set you guys down, take off the air filter, go through all that fun stuff, and then we will make our way to the truck. Get the heat gun, get a towel, get a plastic razor blade, something like that. I don't know. We're just going to go for it, and we will knock it out in a sec. So the first thing we're going to want to do here is obviously dry off the area that we are going for. I mean, will this make a difference? Probably not, but let's go ahead and make sure that any dirt particles or anything like that are kind of out of the lettering so we don't scratch her up. Also, please note that this truck would absolutely not fit in this tiny ass garage. So glad I stopped when I did. But anyway, we are going to do this. I'm going to plug up my heat gun. Now, one thing to keep in mind, guys, if you are doing this, and maybe you have like a hairdryer or something, that's great. But if you have a heat gun, be careful. Do not burn through your paint. It will happen. I am low-key kind of scared of it. I'm also not super thrilled that this sticker, all of the letters and shit are individual letters. So we're gonna be here for a while, but gonna heat it up, make sure that adhesive kind of starts to warm up and makes your life a heck of a lot easier. And then we'll touch it up with some like Goo Gone or something to get the rest of that adhesive off. No free advertising, so let's go ahead and rip this damn sticker off. All right, so the sticker is off. Obviously, if you can see that, it might not be as clear on the camera as it is in person, but still some adhesive, no big deal. What I am going to use, I actually just pulled out my Chemical Guys all-purpose cleaner. If you can avoid using a Goo Gone-like product, that's going to put you in a much better place as far as the health of the paint. I'm gonna see the adhesive really, because the sticker hasn't been on too long, it's not horrible. So I think I'll be able to get it off with that and a microfiber towel. So I'm going to get right to it. Hopefully it cleans it up, and then we will get to taking the pictures of the stock F150 wheels. And just like that, 20 seconds later, we have the adhesive off of the truck here. So we are all good to go with that. I'm not sure why that sticker bugged me as much as it did. That dealership, you know, I'll give them a shout out. Loose Sobe, I think is how you pronounce it, of Cumming, Georgia. Obviously it's a Honda dealership if you saw by the sticker. This was a used F150, picked it up from them. Everything was great working with them, but unfortunately a white sticker of a dealership just doesn't do it for me for this awesome looking truck, especially with those new wheels. Anyway, enough of me drooling over my truck. I'm going to pull it out, and then we will take pictures of the wheels. We'll get the air filter wrapped up here. It's been a very productive morning on such a shitty, ugly day outside. We haven't had rain in a little bit, so I guess I can't complain too much, but it still sucks. It's cold. Anyway, enough of me bitching. Let me pull the truck out. We'll get things buttoned up, and we will kind of go from there. All right, y'all, that is going to do it for another episode of Gearbox, if I do say so myself. We were pretty damn productive this morning. If you like this style of video, just kind of hodgepodge, random crap thrown at you, really just hanging out in the garage with me, drop a comment down below. Obviously, I love doing structured videos, whether it's lists, whether it's mods, whatever. But obviously, mods cost money, and sometimes it's nice to just pick up the camera and let you guys follow me around with what I'm doing with the WRX and the F150. So like I said, drop a comment down below. If you haven't already, give this video a big fat thumbs up if you liked what you saw. As always, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. Until next time, peace.